All right, the Gauteng Music Academy is providing a much-needed arts education for young people from disadvantaged families and informal settlements. The Johnny Mekoa Music Academy of Gauteng was established by the famous trumpeter Jonny Mekoa. It's one of the only few remaining community-based music schools, I'm told. Jazz artists and corporates have come together for a concert. Proceeds are going to go to the academy. Joining us now, the chairperson of the lead sponsor of this benefit concert, Matthews Mogafe. Good morning to you and welcome. Before we talk about the concert, just remind our audience of Jonny Mekoa himself. Who was he and what was his contribution like?
Good morning, Jeremy, and good morning also to your viewers. Dr. Jonny Mekoa, he's one of our legends. You know, he's also a producer of music, of young musicians, and he has also started a school where he was developing all the youngsters. I'm sure later on you hear some of the things that he has produced, because the little ones will be performing. You
brought some little ones in with you?
Yes.
And they're waiting outside?
They are waiting outside.
I can't wait to hear them.
Oh,
it's a sad story in many ways, though, because he was also denied the opportunity to study music.
Well, you know, those are some of the politics, you know, that happened. But he was a very strong character. You know, he had to show, to go on with life with all those problems to an extent that he had to achieve what he has achieved as an individual. Thus, you know, we see a big need to celebrate Dr. Jonny Mekoa.
Try, if you can, then, to articulate his contribution to jazz music in this country. How important was he?
His contribution to jazz and to music, what Johnny did is to get all these youngsters from the streets, and he would get them to his school, train, develop, and make them, you know, to become musicians of note. And that's really his contribution, you know. And not only a few, there are many of them. There are many of them. And what is good is that his academy is still going on. So his legacy will still live on.
So let's talk about the academy then. What sort of contribution is it making to the furthering of the talent that you speak to?
The school does continue to develop the youngsters. I think at the moment as we speak, we roughly have about 40, 50 of these youngsters who are being developed in his academy.
Is there an interest among that younger set in jazz music, given that there's so many other options now?
Definitely. You know, obviously when they see their peers, that makes them also to get attracted, and this is what is getting them to come to the academy.
How do you find them?
Well, it's through, you know, word of mouth, but also through the media, you know, and also at times we just go to the radios and, you know, tell the world that there is this academy which is developing youngsters.
It's so nice that there is an interest in a music form like this. So what we have now is this annual gathering. It's a jazz and soul picnic, am I correct?
Definitely.
Let's hear about that.
Okay. Today's we have the jazz and soul, which is taking place in Drisniemand, Kempton Park. From the jazz side, we have the Johnny Mekoa, the Academy, we have Tatemlelekwa Orchestra, we have Ndumise Nyovani, and we have Mekoa Mkhobata and Paul Hammer. That's on the jazz side. Then later on we'll flow to the soul side, where we are going to have Vusinova and Zonke. Then
so
after
sounds
them,
like a magnificent day.
Definitely.
Tickets? Are you? You know, people can still go to this. Are you full up yet? What's the
tickets are available at CompuTicket, but we also had to become proactive. We had to call a mobile CompuTicket, which will be at the Drisniemand. So for those who did not have a chance to go to the CompuTicket, tickets will be available at the venue.
It's those feeling like a little bit of jazz. I think it's wonderful. You're going to go and sort out the youngsters outside, because they're going to play outside. How many have you brought with you?
There are about five or six.
And what instruments are they going to play?
There's trumpet, there's a guitar, there's drums, there's vocal, Yeah.
So I'm literally getting my own concert here.
I'm telling you, you don't even have to go to the stadium, you know.
Well, maybe we'll do that. You shouldn't say that, Matthews. But anyway, good luck. Thanks for coming in. I hope it works well.
Thanks very much, Jeremy.
And we'll stand by for those youngsters in just a moment.